in the building, man.
What's poppin', Talks fam? You can now listen to our show on demand. To keep up with our latest shows, some of our favorite moments, and exclusive interviews, make sure you head over to iHeart Radio, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts.
Baby, what you wanna do?
Playing nothing but bangers.
Hey, what's up, guys? It's Normani.
Hey, this Cardi B.
What's poppin' Atlanta? Keep the party going all weekend.
Show me you outside, boy. Hey, I'm Emma.
With Abbie Knights, DJ Rhea, Jenny Ruby, and DJ Cadence on.
What's up? This is Magic Jordan.
This is Drizzy Drake.
I know you've been searching for someone.
The Abbie Knights Show.
We're vibing out in the locker room with Ty Adams and Crez B for all the latest sports talk.
Let's be great. Let's be great.
News and highlights on the Abbie Knights Show.
The Abbie Knights Show.
What's happening, everybody? And we're back with NFL retired superstar Cresden Butler, a.k.a. Crez B, a.k.a. Crezzy Crez.
Let's do it. Crez B is good enough. Hey, also Butler Boy 29 on Instagram. Go ahead.
For the ladies. Yeah. So what's the latest update with you and your girl Niv? Y'all still going strong?
Shit, I really don't think Niv going nowhere, to be honest.
She's solid, huh? She's a real one. Okay.
Man, she loyal as a mother. Woo. Yeah.
On that note, so listen, let's talk about Jaylen Brown. Did you get a chance to catch his commentary on what it was like playing in front of the royal family?
Man, that junk was hilarious, right? Like he really just he did it in a humbling way. Like he humbled everybody out there. Like I didn't even know.
No, he completely dismissed it. He said it was just a regular game to me.
Look, I didn't even know. Basically, he said I didn't even know they was out there, but he really saw him. He saw him.
Everybody knows you're prepped for stuff like that. You have royalty in the building. They don't. I just don't think he cared. If you want me to be honest, I think he was just like, I mean, we were playing a game. Think it wasn't really like a thing for him.
You know what? The head coach did it for me. He said the only royal family I know is what he said. Jesus, Mary, and Joseph. I said, oh my gosh.
You better preach.
Better preach. You know how many Christians stood up and started dancing after you said that?
I bet too. Yeah. I mean, I know everybody. The royal family's been, an iconic family for many, many years. So I know everywhere else in the world it's a big deal, but in America, people just don't.
But do you really change up who you are? But do you really change up how you play, how you perform? If they're in the stands, you don't care.
I mean, you can speak to that better than I could. I wasn't a pro athlete. You tell me. I'm the person that watches the games. I don't play.
Hey, when I was in Pittsburgh, we had Wiz Khalifa come in the stands. Like, come on.
Yeah, you just kept playing. You're like, oh, that's Hobie over there. Okay, cool.
Oh, I'm just a young smoking. Is it smoking? Oh, it's hustling. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Shout out to Wiz. My fault, Wiz.
Also, celebrations are a big deal in the NFL. I know, every time you hit a touchdown, it's a big thing. I wanted to get your take on the Madison celebration for the Vikings recently, where he made it seem like I think he had like a pulled hammy, and he got down on the floor, and everybody was like, "Is he twerking? Is he popping his back? What's happening?" You know what?
I didn't understand the whole hamstring thing. I understood when he got on all fours, and I guess he was, doing yoga or something. But I never got the hamstring. I felt like that was a little much. He just could have got straight down if that's what he, preferred to do.
You pop your back like that doing yoga?
Hey, I'm not speaking on no man's yoga instructions.
That's an interesting yoga pose. Okay.
I'm a retired player. I don't know about that yoga.
Right. The only one I know is downward dog. Outside of that, I don't know what anything else is.
Wow.
Anyways.
Oh, wow.
Let's get into a team that I know you're a big fan of, the Bengals. And let's talk about this whole Mahomes touchdown situation. I know it was ruled a touchdown, but the defense lineup was definitely solid there. Also, it seems like they were substituting people right in time because Bates went down it was almost like he was cued in. What's up with that? You got any details on that?
You know what? When you watch football games, you got to understand things are going to happen in the game. That's either you're going to have time to overcome or you're not going to have time. And with Cincinnati and the Chiefs, they didn't have time to overcome some of the mistakes that they had made early on. So, I think the Bengals really have Cincinnati's number. It's crazy they can't beat them.
Bengals
Can't beat them.
Look, the Spanish in me, everybody that listens to the show knows I consistently mess up everybody's name. Listen, in Spain, that's how you would pronounce it. Los Bengals.
The Bengals.
Yeah.
Not
Bengals.
That's the lingerie football team. Oh, the lingerie football team, the Bengals. I like that. Let's create our team. We can make one.
I bet you know what? I know you'd be all for an
I
all
know you got
lingerie
some
female
homies.
team.
Hey. They gotta wear shoulder pads, bro.
Okay, got it. Well, at least safety's there.
Or knee pads. No.
Shoulder pads and knee.
Let's keep going.
All the way low.
Yeah, let's keep going. Let's go.
So Brock Purdy's been really, really big in the headlines these past couple weeks. Let's talk about him. Why is he such a big deal in the NFL? Why is there so much talk around his name? I know he was a top draft pick, so can you kind of speak to that a little bit?
Actually, Purdy, if that's how you pronounce it, he was actually the last player drafted in the draft.
Oh, really?
So he was Mr. Irrelevant or something like that. Yeah, he was the last player in the draft. That's why he's so hot right now. His name is bouncing around the league. Now it's getting out there to social media. So he came in as the last player in the draft. San Fran had some injuries there at quarterback where their superstar quarterback got hurt, and then the backup got hurt. That was doing all right. And Purdy come in and he came in and won the game against, I don't remember. It was a pretty big game. Then listen.
Solid stats. Okay.
Listen this. Listen to this though.
I'm listening. I'm been waiting.
Solid stats.
Solid stats. We're going to leave it at that. Clearly, I don't get my information from the right place because I was told he was a top draft pick. So,
clearly.
I stand corrected. Yeah. See, this is why I stay in my lane. Sport. I like to watch sports from the sidelines. I'm not the person that's really going to get down and dirty in the game. So that's just me. But before we head out, I wanted to kind of get into the locker room business real quick here. I know fellas always have these untold secrets. And I just want to know, what's it like men discussing women in the locker room after the games? You guys, spilling the beans? Are you telling each other's business? Or
man, that is so locker room talk there.
Is it like a what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas type of deal? So what goes down in the locker room stays there?
It's the brotherhood. I don't want to say anything.
Breaking bro code. Am I gonna get you in trouble?
Listen, I'm legally blind.
And on that note, that's our sports talk for today. We're going to take a quick break, but we'll be right back with the crew. Make sure you guys don't go anywhere. You're listening to the Abbie Knights Show.
Yeah.
Bioptimized humans achieve ideal levels of aesthetics, performance, and health. It's a state of existence where all the body and brain's functions operate in perfect harmony. A symphony of the factors flowing in optimal quantities and qualities. We have world-class biologists to create the best in-class formulas. Our mission: end physical suffering by optimizing digestion, optimizing brains, and activating bi-optimized health. We've been optimizing humans since 2004. Optimizers. Use code Abbie10 for discount at checkout. What's going on, everybody? And we're back. It's myself, Abbie Knights, DJ Cadence, DJ Rhea, and Jenny Ruby.
Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning.
Good morning, good morning.
How's everybody doing today?
Wonderful. How you doing?
The silence is just. Are we doing thumbs up today? Okay. I missed the memo. I don't know what's happening today. It's good to see everybody, though. I love the little Scully theme you and Jenny got going on, Rhea. We didn't get the memo.
Oh, I know. You know.
Quick throw on. She said, I know.
Oh, so you had a memo. They actually had a memo and everything. They just decided not to get
Let everybody else out. I got it. I see how it is. Right.
No, it's a quick throw on when you got to run somewhere real quick and look halfway decent. You don't want to do your hair, makeup, anything.
Okay. I got it. It makes sense. Cadence, I know you got some stuff you want to get off your chest. I know we were.
Man, I ain't got nothing. Oh, man. Don't get me started today. I got all types of. I've been having a really rough week. I've been having a rough week. It's been a lot of stuff going on, a lot of dumb, stupid people in the world. And, and it's like everybody is a specialist now. First, a couple years ago, we had everybody was a COVID specialist. Y'all were all had degrees in COVID. Now we got degrees in international, hostage situations. We got degrees in child support. Everybody knows everything now. Nobody can just sit back and just relax anymore. Like you don't have to comment on everything. You don't have to talk about everything that's going on in the world. People relax a little bit. Like everybody acts like they are geniuses these days. And some of us have weak spots. Some of y'all don't talk very well. Some of y'all don't write very well. Y'all see it on social media, Just stop, please stop and just enjoy your lives and just be happy.
Wait,
y'all be driving me crazy.
I want to know what personally happened because this is personal.
No, this ain't nothing personal. It's just it started with the whole Britney thing and everybody trying to talk about whether they're right or wrong on that, and then it switched over to Dr. Umar and his craziness and all the stuff he be talking about like that. I don't know why people give him I'm giving him a platform right now, but I don't know why people give this man a platform, because this is ridiculous. Some of the things that this man says and spews out of his mouth is, and I think. Nobody cares what you think, bro. Like, sit back and just relax. Like, this is, Dr. Umar gets me. I know there's a lot of people out there like me. I tell you, Dr. Umar boils my blood. He boils my blood. And I just, never mind.
I'm just wondering how you really feel.
He said, after all that, not a never mind.
Yeah. Shout out
to
how
you really feel.
My man Dion's out here doing his thing, got over in Colorado, doing his thing for the Buffs. So shout out to him, Buffaloes. Everybody's mad at him leaving Jackson State. I say do your thing, my man. You got to elevate at some point in time in life. So elevate, do your thing, be happy, go for those championships. Bring those kids that were down at them HBCUs up to a Power 5 conference, which he's going to do, and, and make everything better for everybody. But we can't be putting it on this man to save every HBCU in the world like it was up to him. 'Cause there's a lot of donors that ain't donating to HBCUs and stuff, and they mad at Dion, like, oh, Dion gonna mess up what we got going on. HBCU's been that bad for a long time. Then somebody needs to start chipping in and helping with these donors and things like that, and help these schools. So it's crazy.
So that's
I got all time. I could do this all day by myself, but we gonna let y'all talk and do y'all thing. So, and go Bucks! Greatest comeback ever last week. If you didn't see it, I know y'all seen it because y'all watched Sports Center. But Bucks came back at the very end. Tom Brady drove down the field 2 times on the Saints. Ooh, I hate the Saints. Ooh, I hate the Saints. But we did it. We came back. It's all good. We got it. We're probably gonna go to the playoffs now that we're a game and a half ahead. So we'll see where it goes.
I know. Sports has been killing. You saw the LA Rams. They had Baker Mayfield just come in.
Yeah, great job.
They literally just had the game-winning throws, touchdowns left and right. He literally was there maybe, I don't even know what, 2 days, Cadence? How long was he there?
Not even, right? He said he was there for about 48 hours. And
exactly,
If I was the Raiders, I would be Raiders blow so many games like that. I don't know why they blow all these games, but they blow a lot of games like that. So hope they get it together.
Facts.
Abbie has no clue what we're talking about. For y'all that don't know, Abbie is not a football fan. So all of this is just, this is all going all over her head. She don't care. Yep. So, yeah.
I mean, listen, don't get me wrong. Football is cool, but I don't really follow it. I have no idea what's going on at all in the football world. So yeah, sure. I'll just agree with whatever you guys say. I'll just be your little cheerleader.
Okay, cool. Sounds good.
Whoever you guys are going for, that's who I'm going for.
Good job, Abbie.
Listen, I'm just high-fiving myself. But Cadence, since you were talking about Dr. Umar, I do have a clip from The Breakfast Club where he was talking about his thoughts on Kanye West and Kim Kardashian's court settlement for child support. I wanted to see what you guys' thoughts were on it.
Kanye West, if he had a black woman, things would be different.
Oh, absolutely. I think Kim Kardashian used him. And the fact that they're making that man pay $200,000 a month in child support when both he and the wife are billionaires are absolutely ridiculous. I think they want to break him. And although I don't agree with the way in which Kanye articulated some of his thoughts, I appreciate the fact that he was the first black man since Michael Jackson to speak truth to power.
So, he said a lot there. He said a whole lot.
Okay, who's Dr. Umar and what is his credentials?
Dr. Umar's original job was he's supposed to be helping black children that are like going through psychological problems that have been like beaten and abused. That was originally where his job was. Great job. Kudos to that. I think that's a great job to have. He calls himself a Pan-American revolutionary. Some people would call that a racist. I don't know where he quite lands on that, where only black people are allowed to go to his schools and things. I'm all about lifting the black people up. I really am. I think that we do need education and we need to have, things to learn about our history and stuff like that. But there's a way to go about doing these things. And I just don't agree with the way that he does this. I don't think that it's positive. I don't think that it has any type of inclusion that's built into it, which he doesn't want inclusion. He wants us all separated, and that's fine if that's how he feels, but I just don't agree with it. So if he's going to have a voice, I'm going to have a voice to say I don't like it. I don't think that it's
Cadence.
Good.
Cadence, you sound like a professional today.
Hey, I'm trying. I'm trying to be very civil about this. As far as the Kim Kardashian thing, I don't think Kim used Kanye. I think they used each other. To be honest with you, they both knew that both of them had something that was good for each other, and they took advantage of each other. I don't think that I do agree where he's like, that's a lot of money for $200,000, and I think that he should get that adjusted probably now that he's not a billionaire, because now that he's lost a lot of money, that's a whole lot of money.
I was going to say, isn't that a little bit of money if you're a billionaire? Isn't that like $20 to you?
Yeah,
like
not a whole lot.
200,000. That's a lot to us, but if you're a billionaire, it's probably.
Man,
like,
I don't want to give anybody.
like
I don't care how much money I
$10
have. I don't want to give anybody anything if I don't want to give it to them.
Exactly, and that's what it's
I agree
really
with
about.
that. I agree with that 100%. But that's where sometimes you gotta, I don't know why they got divorced. I never got into that side of it. But a lot of times there's things you could do to keep yourself in a marriage also. So if you don't want to pay that money, maybe it's time for you to start doing the right things and making sure that you don't have to pay that type of money by being a better father, a better person, a better parent, a better whatever you need to fix in that relationship. I'm not saying
don't
it was
get
all
married.
his fault or her fault. I'm just saying that there are things that we can all change in ourselves that'll make things better for us, So instead of looking at it that way, we can look at it another way. So, but I don't think she used him. I don't think
she used him at all either. Yeah. Myself personally, I don't know. He definitely did contribute a lot to her career as far as the fashion side of things. But Kim was Kim before she met Kanye, and he was Kanye before he met Kim. So I don't really think. I think, like you said, it was an even exchange.
And you forget that Kanye was actually in debt when he first got with Kim. He was $50 million in the hole, and she came up with that app that allowed him to be able to, and took all that money and gave it back to Kanye so he could pay his debtors. So that's how he actually became a billionaire. So I don't think it's quite fair to say that she used him like that. A lot of people kind of sweep that under the rug when they get to talking about their relationship, because Kanye was in the hole. He wasn't doing good until he actually got with the Kardashians and that whole machine that they got going on over there. And that helped him actually make money too. So like I said, they use each other, and that's really what I guess a relationship is using each other. That's when you really get down to it, you're using each other on both sides.
It's called partnership.
Yeah. But you're
using each other kind of sounds a little aggressive there.
It's aggressive.
Collaboration.
Yeah, it's collaborative effort. I like that, Jenny.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's a better way to put it.
You get a nice little bell for that. That was good. That was really
Nice,
good.
nice.
Let's talk about the pants that were discovered in a sunken trunk that were sold for $114,000. First of all, ABC News published this article, and they said that these pants were pulled from a sunken trunk at an 1857 shipwreck off the coast of North Carolina. These were work pants that auction officials described as the oldest known pair of jeans in the world. Now, I want to know, would you guys pay $114,000 for these? The description on it is the white heavy-duty miner's pants with a 5-button fly were among 270 Gold Rush era artifacts that sold for a total of nearly $1 million. I just want to understand, like, okay, this clearly had to be a fashion person that spent all this money on the first pair or the oldest pair of jeans or whatever. But $114,000 on an old pair of jeans?
Maybe they're going to put it in a museum. They're probably going to put it in a museum or something and attract more people to come see it.
It didn't say a museum bought them.
I don't know who bought them. You asked me what I thought. That's what I think.
So would you pay the 114 for them? 114K?
No,
for
but if they're super fly and someone else bought them for me, I'd wear them.
You're not
I don't
supposed
think
to
you
wear
can wear
them
no more.
Oh, well, I don't know. You are asking me these questions and I'm just answering. I would not buy them. I don't know where they are, but if someone bought them, I hope they're going to a museum of some sort.
They were in the Carolinas, and the people that bought them were in Reno, California.
What are you gonna do with these crusty ass jeans?
Yeah, I was gonna say, are they wearable? Like I'm surprised they wouldn't just crack in half. Like,
there's some solid jeans, I'll tell you.
Yeah,
that
they preserve really well. Then if they
and what
are
year was
still
this?
intact.
Jeans were made back in
1857.
My jeans stay for like 3 years and that's it. Tops.
I'm gonna Google that. That can't be right. That's when they made jeans in 1857. They started making jeans.
Well, I don't know about when they started making them, but that's the
Yes,
shipwreck
fact
it was
check,
discovered
please.
from.
I'm gonna look this up.
Go ahead and look it up. Also, there's a study that shows that couples with joint bank accounts
May 20th,
stay together
1873.
longer.
I could see that. I could see a joint bank account keeping you guys together a little bit longer because you watching that money.
They said it keeps you together. They stay together if they have a joint.
I think there's a percentage. They said that the statistics show that if you have a joint bank account with your partner, you guys are more likely to stay together. I think because it's not just an emotional relationship; it also becomes a business relationship.
Good.
So,
Oh, I like that one. When you talking about me being all professional today, go girl. Okay, I see you.
Go ahead, Jenny.
I like that one. Refreshing.
but I think you should. I'm not saying you need to, but I would suggest having a separate bank account for yourself as well.
That's what I was just about to say. I think
100%.
each person should have their own accounts, and then they have a joint account. I don't think you should be
if you
sharing
decide
all
to
your
go on that
funds.
route.
Yeah,
if you
that's
decide
my
to go
personal
on that
opinion. Lori Harvey.
Why have two accounts? Why should we have two accounts?
Have your own to keep your own money separate,
right?
And then have your
shared
money your shared.
So you say we should have a bank account like together, so then that way like you pay bills and everything out of this bank account.
Whatever you guys decide to do, whether it be your money that you're frivolous with and you go shopping and you pay bills with, but you should have your own money. I think everyone should have their own money. For sure.
That's a good idea. I've never really thought about that, I guess.
Yeah. Oh, I'm definitely going to have my own bank account. I'll tell you that much. I mean, we could share one.
I would prefer to have separate bank accounts. That's just my thing. I would prefer to have separate bank accounts. But that makes sense what you guys are saying there as far as having two to be able to have like an actual like a pool there to be able to do stuff for the house or whatever you need to do on all that and then have your stuff on the side. That makes sense.
Well, then you both have access to that account. So like if you're going out to dinner, you need to pay bills, or like you said, if there's needs or expenses, you each have a card to that same account, and it just kind of works out. There's an understanding. Like if I was in a relationship, that's exactly how I would do it. We'd each have our own accounts, and we'd have one joint one, but I definitely have my own account by myself.
Absolutely.
I wouldn't just put it all.
Facts.
I think it does help. I've had that before. I've had a joint bank account with someone and then my own.
Yeah,
kind of more.
I haven't been down that road. It hasn't been that serious for me yet.
You see me, I'm talking about having two separate periods. So, I ain't been down. I'm not even close to that street.
Yeah, exactly.
GPS. I'm way off on this one.
Way off. Lori Harvey's making headlines again. Apparently, it's alleged that she's dating Damson Idris. Those are the rumors circulating on the streets. But also,
I've always wondered how you say his name. That's cool. All right. Say it again.
Another rumor that's going around is that she makes men sign NDAs with a $1 million penalty.
Good job. Good job. Oh, Lord. I think that's smart, honestly. Because people love to talk. And
they do.
You know, I think that with her status and everything, if she's going to date someone, you don't got to sign it. They don't have to sign it. But if they're signing it, then there you go.
Yeah.
Run it up.
If I was her, I would. If I was anybody that was a celebrity like that, I would probably make people sign it.
Man, I want one right now. How about that?
Facts. There you go. Hey, that's nice. Can you do that? Can I just write that up? Is there like a QuickBooks for that?
Yeah,
or something
of course you can.
You can do whatever the hell you want.
Anybody can have an NDA.
Anybody. Yeah, I was going to say.
You can just sign, just be like, you can't say nothing about me or I can sue you for $1 billion.
You're going to put your pinky. Yep, I knew that was coming. Rhea, since you kind of have like the tea on some people in entertainment, I'm just trying to find out, have you heard any info on Diddy's supposed new baby, Love Sean Combs, out of nowhere? All of a sudden he's talking about we'd like to Did you not see the headline on this?
Name is Love
Sean Combs.
City girl's pregnant? She was pregnant, had a baby?
No.
Isn't the girl he was with anyways? Now he's with Uzi.
I'm just trying to understand what's going on.
JT wasn't Diddy with that girl JT just now?
I think he's with the other one.
And now she's with Uzi.
No, he's with the other girl, Young Miami.
Young Miami.
Okay.
JT's the one with the other one, but Diddy put a post up saying, "I'm so blessed to welcome my baby girl, Love Sean Combs, to the world. Mama Combs, Quincy, Justin, Christian, Chance, Delilah, Jesse, and myself all love you so much. God is the greatest." So
yeah, supposedly his baby was born back in October. I don't know. Who's in Houston?
October?
I don't know.
I was reading comments. Was it that little Asian girl that he was dating or something?
So I thought that he was with the city. What happened to the city girls? What happened?
They're still together.
She's been around, but you know, Diddy does his thing. He be jumping around from girl to girl for a minute, but Young Miami is his girl. That is like the one right now. I like them together, by the way.
They are cute.
Yeah, I do like them together. But apparently during this time he had, I don't know how long Young Miami and him were together, but he gave birth to a baby in October. So whenever this happened was maybe around Valentine's Day.
Well, I don't think he necessarily gave birth to a baby, but
he didn't give birth, but he put something in somebody to give them birth.
That's crazy.
He's been looking like he might give birth to a baby as big as he's been lately. Out there on stage trying to do that Diddy dance. I'm just calling it out like I see.
I don't know. Wasn't the VMAs around that time? Isn't that when they professed they loved each other? I don't know.
Well, it wasn't her baby, that's for sure.
But she hasn't been
pregnant. It wasn't even no big deal.
We don't know. Whose baby is it?
Who the baby mama? We just trying to find out who he had the baby with. So mysterious with everything. I thought it was very interesting. So Rhea, if you hear anything out there, let us know. Keep us posted. Also, the suspect in the Takeoff murder case was granted $5,000 by a judge for a private investigator to prove his innocence. I'm so confused.
Wow.
I'm so confused too.
Isn't there videos, like a million videos of this? Why do you need a private investigator to do what?
I wonder if, from what I've been reading,
bribery.
What I've been reading is that a lot of people,
but 5,000
that the guy is.
I know it's not enough.
The guy that they're saying did this, that they're saying that allegedly did the murder. They're saying that he's not that type of person. He's real laid back. He's a
DJ.
He's a DJ. He's not a rah type of person. They've never seen him even get upset like that. So they're kind of confused on how he's doing. So I wonder if maybe he wants this investigator to try and find out if he's being set up or who the real person is.
That's pretty much what it is.
That part.
They're saying that he's getting framed or something like that.
So
they're giving him money to kind of, I don't know how they're going to alleviate the situation, but pretty much with the $5K, figure it out.
Yeah. It's not a whole lot of money in the defense side of it, but man,
if
he didn't do it, I hope he gets his justice. If he did it, I hope he sits down for a long time because Takeoff is my favorite rapper on the Migos, and y'all know how I feel about the Migos. So,
yeah. Speaking of people that might have not done it, have you seen the whole thing that Tory Lanez came out with again? He had a whole tweet about how it was like a whole Bible verse, like I will burn in hell basically if I'm lying, like, and God strike me down if that's the case. But I was just like, oh, okay. So these are strong words that's going out there on that situation too. We'll never know that, and that one's just dramaful. As you know, Champagne Poppy chimed in on
it. They need
it.
to put that one on TV.
Ooh, wait, what did Champagne Poppy have to say about this whole situation? I missed that.
Remember when his song came out with 21 Savage and he was talking about Megan Thee Stallion, and we were going over, was he talking really about stallions? Was he really talking about her and getting shot? Like, there's so many other things, speculations, but that's crazy.
It's a lot of hidden messages. I just feel like we're having to decipher everything these days. Like, doing too much. Just if you're gonna give the information, give all of it, not give a piece of it. There's also a multimillionaire that reveals how people are making millions from YouTube without creating any videos. Apparently, a lot of this is being done with promoting the video and focusing on SEOs. I am not good at that, but I hear it's a major asset to understand how SEOs work.
What the hell is SEO?
Go look it up. I just told you I don't understand how they work. So why are you asking me to break it down for you? I am not a techie person.
About it?
Well, yeah, I am talking about
it. Definition.
What the hell is SEO?
Okay, well, you go look up SEO, and I will tell you what he said about this whole situation. Okay, so apparently, people are so I probably should have just posted this, but his name is David Omari. And he's teaching people how to make millions from YouTube without creating the videos. So essentially, when he's describing all of this, he's describing people creating accounts and then focusing on promoting the SEO portion of it. He's the one that oversees that part. Jenny, did you find the definition?
Oh, this is too much for me. Yes.
Okay. Well, are you going to read the definition or?
I think this is what we're talking about. Search engine optimization?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Search engine optimization is a process of improving the quality and quantity of website traffic to a website or web page from search engines.
I probably just sounded like a complete idiot, but the techie part of things is just not my forte. There's a lot of other things I can do.
So what they're saying basically is like when you put your YouTube pages up and stuff like that, you find how to make sure that people can see you, so optimizing by being able to be seen. Because the problem with most people in their reels and your YouTube and all that stuff like that is you're not seen because there's millions and millions and millions of stuff out there. So it's just trying to get you to the, better optimizing of that. So
they have more visibility. Also, we talked a little bit about it last week. Brittany Griner finally came home. And of course, Donald Trump did not hesitate to chime in with his thoughts. His initial statement on this was, "What a stupid and unpatriotic embarrassment for the USA." And this is what he had to say about it. He said, "What kind of a deal is it to swap Brittany Griner, a basketball player who openly hates our country, for the man known as the Merchant of Death, who is one of the biggest arms dealers anywhere in the world and responsible for tens of thousands of deaths and horrific injuries? Why wasn't former Marine Paul Whelan included in this totally one-sided transaction? He would have been let out for the asking. What a stupid and unpatriotic embarrassment for the USA." I want to know what everybody's thoughts is on this. There's a lot of debate, a lot of speculation, a lot of thoughts. This has become a really controversial topic. Should he have done that prisoner swap to be able to bring Brittany Griner back home? Kim Kardashian also chimed in, if we can make trades like this to free someone like Brittany Griner from another country for what is considered technically a minor offense in some states in the USA. Why are they not doing more work to try to free people in states that are serving long-term sentences for an offense that is no longer even illegal? So there's a lot going on around this topic. Obviously, Donald Trump never has a filter, but on one side, was it a smart move to release one of the world's most dangerous arms dealers as a trade for what people are really just headlining as a professional athlete?
As a country, are we really that concerned about unlimited guns running around? I'm just going to ask that question because I think that it's ironic that everybody's like the merchant of death is just spreading guns all over the world. And we live in a country where we won't even do background checks on people to make sure that they're healthy before they have a gun.
Exactly.
So I think that that's really ironic that people would say those type of things. Secondly, it takes two people to compromise. They're acting as if Russia said, hey, we'll either give you Brittany or we'll give you the other guy. You know, that's not how that works. You know, Biden went and tried to get both and they said, no, you can either have Brittany or you have nothing. So he took Brittany. So what should we do? Should we leave Brittany there? You know, like, I just don't understand the argument of it. And I feel like a lot of it is anti-democratic. A lot of Democrats, I feel a lot of it is anti-Biden, you know, and let's not forget when this man went to jail, Trump was in office. So if Trump Trump could have gotten him out. Republicans could have gotten him out. They chose not to, you know, so, or not, I don't say they chose not to because that's not fair. It just didn't work at the time, you know, so that's fine. So if this happens and we were able to get Brittany out this time, then great. You know, if we can, and then but they need to continue working to try to get this other gentleman out and all the other people that are done. And we need to be getting these people out of our country. Because it's very hypocritical to be telling people, oh, how dare you put somebody in jail for this crazy amount of time. And we got the same people sitting here in this country. So we need to do better in our justice system also.
You know what my problem?
Y'all got me on a roll today, man. Let me stop. I'm just a DJ, man. I'm just a DJ.
Cadence is out here giving his opinions today. No, it's great. It's great. My issue with the whole situation is the way that they're kind of demoralizing her and demeaning her value as a person. The fact that they keep labeling her just a pro athlete. I mean, since when did we start acting like that? She's a human being, regardless of how you flip it. And she was an American citizen. Regardless of her thoughts on the country, she's still a citizen of this country. And she still deserves the same rights as any other citizen that would have been taken in a situation like this.
She even said that she has no problem with our country. What she was talking about was the Black Lives Matter movement. They didn't like that, the other side. So because she complains about how things are going wrong in this country, all of a sudden she hates our country. But they can go storm the Capitol. But that proves that they love their country because they're willing to stand up and fight for their country and say all this stuff. But somebody comes out and does a peaceful protest and says that we should peacefully protest an issue. They hate their country and we should just let them sit over in another country for 10 years because they had a vape.
But let's see.
It's just so crazy.
There's a lot of controversy with this. Okay, first of all, you can have an opinion, but then you can't. Whether she does or doesn't feel a certain way about anything, what happened to freedom of speech? I mean, just because she has a difference in opinion doesn't mean that she deserves to be imprisoned for the rest of her life in one of the most dangerous countries in the world.
And some things we should all agree on. We are Americans. She's an American. So we should be happy that an American is home. You know, that's what it comes down to. Exactly. And let's continue to work and try to get the other Americans that are there unlawfully all over the world and get them home too. You know, and if we were a better country and not so polarized on both sides, that would be the focus. Now, who are we getting next? Great, we got her. Let's pull the next person out. Let's keep doing it until we don't have any more people. But instead, people have went to their corners and started fighting and trying to make it a political thing.
Yeah, they're not going to be focusing on that. She became headline news, and what happened is it put, I think, the American government in a compromising position to have to react to it because the public was so largely involved. Otherwise, I don't think they would have even blinked when it came to her safety.
I agree.
They would have just let her stay over there like everybody else, and she would have become 100%. Another story of, you know, something tragic that happened to somebody that was well known. But I think the media needs to do a lot better when it comes to their headlines and not be so desperate for clickbait and understand that a human being is still a human at the end of the day. I can't imagine what it has to feel like for her coming back home after the traumatic experience that she's had, whether she was right or wrong for what she did. Obviously, she should have done the research. She should have been better acclimated to the circumstances of the country she was entering and understanding that going in with an illegal substance, probably not the safest choice.
Right.
But for her to come home after everything that she's been through to then have to jump on the internet, if she does by chance choose to do that and see all the hate, people that says she should have stayed there and died and all this other stuff, and then the media doing what they're doing. I mean, come on now. We got to do better as people. Just period. But our fun fact of the day, Rhea, we've got this new thing going on, and today it's all about the deep sea lizard fish. Check this out.
Oh.
So now when I say I'd orally pleasure a cactus and a Popeye's biscuit before I dive in the ocean, this is what I'd be talking about. God makes no mistakes, but if you dive deep enough, you'll see some rough drafts. That is a deep sea lizard fish. That's definitely its name. I did not make that up just now. It's like a fish that time left behind. It has a flattened skull and a kind of cylinder-shaped body. And that's cause it's a camper that spends most of its time sitting on the ocean floor, kind of like this, just waiting to snatch up anything that wanders too close. Needles for teeth grab hold of the prey and guarantee that anything that F's around doesn't live long enough to find out twice. And as for what this Jurassic guppy eats, literally anything that fits. It's considered an apex predator, apex standing for anybody can get packed up, no excuses. They haven't evolved enough to think about their actions, so they'll snap up anything, and that includes their own kind. And it's not like mistaken identity. They have two huge eyes designed to detect what little light is available down in the abyss of the ocean. So when they commit friendly fire, it's likely intentional. Also, the adults can measure in at over 2.5 feet long, which almost feels too big for something with a face like that. But they live down in the very bottom of the ocean, so you'll probably never see them in real life. Except when you close your eyes at night.
Okay, so I love that account on TikTok. I don't know exactly how you pronounce it. I'm sure I'm going to screw this up right now, but MNDay_97. We've included it in the visual. You guys can actually see his tag, but he's always talking about the craziest creatures that you would never find. Could you imagine having something like that roll up on you while you're under like the water in the ocean? This is why I don't do like deep sea diving and stuff. I don't want to see these kinds of creatures.
I wouldn't roll up on
That's
nothing
next
like
on my
that.
list.
You're not going to catch me in no position like that for this crazy thing to be trying to attack me like that. So stuff like that don't scare me. I'm not going to be at the ocean no time soon. Jenny, that might be a problem for Jenny. Jenny be out there diving all over the world and be down there and got her feet down there and then something bite her foot off or something. I don't know. That would be
That's actually what I'm looking into. I'm looking into scuba diving as my next adventure.
I'm telling you, this girl does it all. So scuba diving. So what made you want to do scuba diving?
I haven't done it before.
Same. I still want to do it.
Mm-hmm.
That's amazing.
I like to do things
I wish I had that type of
YOLO.
Like that.
I'm kind of scared
you know
though,
what I mean?
honestly. I was afraid of dark waters, and then I got over the fear of snorkeling, so I was able to do that. And then I saw how beautiful the ocean is underwater with like clear goggles. It's amazing. It's a whole new world down there.
Another world, right?
It is.
So
it really
cool.
is. Yes, you really see how like
so
bright
cool.
the fish are with these goggles. You see like how they illuminate. It's beautiful. So I want to go scuba diving. I'm actually looking into that. So
Big pass for me. Last time I tried to go snorkeling, I had a nasty ass eel coming straight for me from underneath some rocks. I cut my feet up so bad on a coral rock trying to get back on the boat. Forget the ocean, forget the weird creatures underwater. I'm good. I'll look at it from a floating
it is scary.
device.
It is a little scary.
Yeah,
it does hit me a certain way. It does hit,
It was
but
coming
it's
for
the
you,
adrenaline
Abby?
junkie in me.
I was scared to kind of get in the water, and I was looking around, and I'm like finally controlling my breathing, which, you know, if you're kind of freaking out with a snorkel, it's like really easy to start swallowing water. So I finally am like controlling my breathing, and you know, you could really hear it when you have a snorkel on. It's like your breathing is super magnified, right?
Mm-hmm.
You're moving around. It's like, right. So all of a sudden I looked down and it looked like a snake head coming out in between rocks with like these green eyes.
Already done.
And it started like coming out towards me, and then it kind of turned its head to the side and looking at me, and then it just started coming straight for me. So I don't know. I just started swimming as fast as I could. And I didn't try to check and see like.
Yeah, that coral is sharp. I've cut myself on coral.
Yeah,
that coral is not. Yeah,
nothing to plan. I didn't care because in that moment I was like, I gotta get out of the water. I just.
Oh my god! And eel, yeah, nah.
I wasn't here
nope.
for it. Nope.
I'm
so
a
ever
city
since
boy.
then,
And then your blood
I
seeping
am
into
in
the
the city.
water.
Right?
Yeah,
Those shits would hurt if that shit bit you. It'd be like.
well, they electrocute you too.
piranha.
It's no joke. Like I'm not a fan of it. So Jenny, you enjoy your deep sea diving, and you too, Rhea.
I will.
Let
I will
Cadence
let you
and
know
I
how it
know how it
goes.
goes. We'll be on the sidelines cheering y'all on. But I think it's gonna be a pass for both of us up here. Team no snorkel, no dive. Team Deep
So if
Sea
we do
down
that
here.
together as a group, me and Abbie will be on the beach, sitting back talking, and you
I'll
guys
stay on the
can
boat.
be out there snorkeling.
I'll be on the
I'm
boat. I'm
Yeah,
on the
I'll do
boat,
Can I
but
drive
you're
the
not
boat?
gonna get me in the water.
I want to drive the boat.
I love a good adventure, so
Yeah, we'll be there for moral support, and then
Sign
the two
me
of you
up.
guys can go in the water. You know
I do
what?
wanna go skydiving.
I'll just be the photographer. Rhea, I'll help you get your little booty picture, sis. I'll help you flex up on the boat before you go deep sea diving, all that. But miss me with the deep sea stuff. I'm not going in the water.
Practice my swimming underwater phase.
That was priceless.
Priceless.
Jenny,
I love it.
you already know what time it is. Let the people know.
it's question of the day. What breaks yet never falls, and what falls yet never breaks?
Dun dun dun.
Your heart.
Yeah.
Cadence, you got anything for this? Here, let's go one more time. What breaks yet never falls, and what falls yet never breaks?
Yeah, I think she's right. I think she's right on that one.
Yeah, right.
So
Your
I
heart.
didn't have one. Yeah.
Well, if I'm not, it needs to be.
Yeah, nah, it's day and night.
Oh, whatever. Bye. I like that answer better.
That's the second one, Jenny. We giving you the win now. That's two weeks in a row. Didn't you get
heart
last
makes
week
more
too,
sense.
kind of? Because it sounded like it was the right thing.
Yeah, I forgot what it was. My answer sounded better.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Your answer's better. You win.
Ding, ding, ding.
Ding, ding.
Thanks.
Woo!
You know what? Here you go, Jenny. Here's a round of applause.
Good
A
job.
for effort.
We'll make
That-
our own answers up.
That was.
Well, let's dissect it. Why doesn't it fall? It doesn't break. I'm confused.
Because technically, day doesn't fall and break, but
she
people
wants an
say that your
explanation.
heart is broken, right? So I don't know. Go ask the
No,
philosopher
I know
about it.
that, but
'Cause
I'm
your heart
talking
can
about
drop,
the
too.
actual answer. Like, why
Oh, it
is
was
it
day and
day?
night. It was day and night.
Yeah, why is
Yeah.
it day and night?
I don't know. Go
Yeah, I
ask a
don't-
philosopher.
Because
I'm
day
not sure.
breaks.
Just
day
what it said the
breaks,
answer
night-
was. I
night
didn't make it
falls.
up.
Day
Night
falls
falls, day
whenever
breaks.
falls, but breaks. Daytime.
Yeah, they say day falls, night breaks, whatever. No one uses that term. That's like in 1741 or
Yeah,
something.
I'm like, what?
Oh,
Winner.
this is so
Winner,
good.
winner,
When the
chicken
day
dinner.
breaks, like what?
I knew you were going to say that too, Cadence. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. All right. Our topic of discussion for today is how long when you're dating someone before you meet the family? When is it too soon and when is the time just right? Because I don't know. For me, I feel like there's not necessarily a time thing. I think it's more of like a feeling thing and kind of seeing where you are. But I think at least it needs to be like, I don't know, at least 6 months or something. Like, it's not really like an overnight
Depends on
thing.
what we're meeting for. If we're just
They're meeting
to
the
hang out,
family.
I'm cool with a barbecue. You know, like if we just
Yeah.
started dating.
What if it's
or
someone you're
something.
smashing?
But it's like,
Yeah, I'm cool with that. You can come by and hang out with the family.
am
and
I
all that
meeting
stuff.
you to be like, this is my girlfriend or my boyfriend?
But then how do you
That's why?
introduce the person? Oh,
Yeah,
this
wait,
is
what's
my
the
friend.
question? Sorry. When is it good to introduce people to your
to your
family?
family. Yeah.
Well, what as what though? You can come kick it. We ain't gotta be nothing though.
People are going to ask
Exactly.
questions like, who is
That's
this
what I was
person? Why are
asking.
they
Is
here?
it like
That's my friend
introduce
right
them
there.
as their boyfriend and girlfriend? Is that what you're asking?
He come
Abby?
like if we cool, like if I know that you can kick it and you're just gonna like, we're just gonna be cool and chill and you're not gonna cause any drama and whatever, and you can like kick it with kids and be respectful, you can come around. But if you're going to be introduced as a partner, then we have to, just make sure
Plus,
that
families nosy. Like they definitely ask questions, like, "Oh, is this a guy you're seeing?" So then,
I'm
like, if
no,
you're
it's my
not,
friend.
it's annoying to like explain that. So I just be like, whatever,
Everyone is my friend until I have something on my finger. So
Okay, Jenny, let them know.
Hey,
Y'all better put a ring
I
on
feel
it
you on that.
if you want to get
Exactly.
claimed.
Facts.
I don't know. I've never had a problem with just being like, is that somebody you talk? Yes or no? Like, and that's basically it. So it wouldn't.
because my
it
family
wouldn't
still
bother
asks
me.
about my
And my
ex.
parents is cool. Yeah.
Yeah,
My
I
family
got
still
cool-
asks
My family's
what
cool
happened
like
and
that,
all
so I don't-
this.
It wouldn't really
Yeah, you
bother
don't
me
feel like
like that.
explaining.
I come
I don't
from a
feel like
Hispanic
explaining.
family. You can't just bring somebody around.
Exactly. That's why you
Everyone's
gotta
got
say
a million questions.
That's why you got to be like, oh, it's your friend.
Oh,
I
they're gonna
didn't
be
think
like,
about
yeah, it's
that.
your friend. Okay, then they're gonna go talk to the friend.
You can't bring your boyfriend.
Ask
You can't
a lot
I
of
can't just bring
questions.
boyfriends around anymore. Like I can't just bring boyfriends. Like after coming from a relationship where you're gonna get married and all these things, you can't just bring a boyfriend around. They're gonna be like, this girl, Like
that makes a little bit more sense because like where it didn't matter. You know, my mom is very like everybody's a friend, everybody's family. So you come over, hang out,
exactly,
eat, all that
exactly.
stuff. And you can it could be your boyfriend, it could be your best friend, it could be your best friend that turns into your girlfriend, whatever. You know, she doesn't really care.
What if
but
it's someone?
I get it's different with y'all.
What if you have someone you're just having a good time with, and you're telling them, hey, you can come to the barbecue. My family's gonna be there. Let's say she has feelings for you. She's going to feel like this is her moment. Like you're trying to get serious. She's about to meet the family. So that could also go two different ways because that could totally mislead somebody into thinking it's something more than what it is.
No, unless you're introduced.
It's going to lead them on more than going to eat at the family's house. I think if you doing all the stuff that shows a relationship and then you say that, then I mean, I guess I could get where you're coming from.
That's real though. People do feel that way though.
But I
hear you too, Jenny. But yeah, Abbie, I'd be like, oh, you want me to be your mom? Like, oh, because like I would never.
But see, at the same time though, like I gotta see if you can even vibe with. I gotta see if you can even vibe with my family. So first, you're coming as my friend. First, and then if you can even vibe in that environment with me and my family, you can roll with us the way that we are, then, and if things progress and get more serious, then we can, you know, it depends how you're introduced also. This is my friend.
And on the same note, I think you should meet somebody's family because then you see where a lot of their trauma and stuff comes from also.
Exactly.
I had somebody that I had talked to and I got to hang around her family before we got serious. We were talking. Got to meet her family. I didn't like her family. And I understand why she is as damaged as she is because of her family. So then it was like, well, this ain't going to work because I can't deal with all of that on that side also. So, I mean, maybe.
Yes. Cadence, that's a real thing. I've been the same way. I was dating a dude and liked him, everything. We would travel, all this. And then I had asked him something about the family, like it was Mother's Day or something. And I was like, oh, did you wish your mother a happy Mother's Day? And he was like, no. And I was like, what? And I was like, but my mother's like my best friend. What do you mean? No. And he's like, well, I don't really have a relationship with my mother. And I was like, oh my God, like you didn't tell me this. Like you told me you was with your parents, but now like you're fighting with them, all this. I was like, oh no, this is toxic.
Yeah. She said, oh no, this is toxic. What about if it's somebody that you're just messing around with and they invite you to go to a family wedding? You going?
Oh yeah, I love a good wedding.
Yeah,
let me get dressed up and go.
I would go.
I definitely would go. Invite me to a wedding. I'll go. Yes, yeah. I love a good wedding.
So you don't mind being there? It's a family thing. Them thinking that you guys are an item because obviously you're a date to a family. I don't care what anybody
thinks. As long as we,
that's where I am.
As long as me and him know what it is and then we're good. I'm not rushing into like you got to introduce me as your girlfriend because you're inviting me around your family. Like we could chill, we can be cool, and then we can figure out how it's gonna go. You know, like what if I don't like the way you are with your family? You know, me getting invited.
What about that?
You know, it might be that, but like I want to know that we could just like move freely the way that we rock, and then if things progress, then great.
Society in a whole has gotten too worried about what other people think. You know, all this what matters is what you think and what that person beside you think. If y'all are cool and y'all are happy, who cares what anybody else thinks? Because y'all got to live that life. You know, that's on y'all. So. Unless they're beating you or something like that, because then that's toxic. You can't be in toxic stuff like that. But, you know, if y'all cool and y'all hanging out, y'all having a good time, and y'all want to go to somebody's wedding and dance a couple songs.
Yeah.
You can sometimes have a good time.
Yeah, exactly. I love a good wedding.
Honestly, I think a wedding would be actually a really good date now that I think about it. Because,
it's
slow music, so you guys can dance. There's food there. So fun. You can meet people's families.
Yes.
Dress up, all that. That's actually a really good date. Now that I
love it.
Yeah.
Okay, for everybody listening in out there, what's your opinion on this? Hit us up on Instagram at TAKS Radio. We're going to take a quick break, but we'll be right back after this. You're listening to the Abbie Knights Show.
In the building, man.
What's poppin', Talks fam? You can now listen to our show on demand. To keep up with our latest shows, some of our favorite moments, and exclusive interviews, make sure you head over to iHeart Radio, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts.